I'm making another one of these. Context and false interpretation. Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you people? This is exactly what I meant when I kept saying that people are always taking shit into a completely different meaning as into something bad, when ironically, these are also the same people that cherry-picked the video clip in the same manner that Now This has tried to paint up about Trump wants non-Americans out of the US, by heavily modifying and editing the original clip to make it look like as if he actually is. Now, I actually have a relatable case to this with Now This. I saw a video that was basically trying to prove that, like, Trump also, like, only wanted white people into the country. I was a bit gullible during that time back then. And the statement he was saying was also showing that he also were including Asian people, that he wants them out of the country, when in the actual reality, when a person brought up a video, it actually wasn't the case at all, and the video that was posted by Now This was heavily modified to fit their political narrative, to try and push into an agenda to try and push that Trump is this bad person, which, in reality, he is still a bad person, but in comparison, in my own honest opinion, to Clinton, he is pretty fucking innocent, as compared to some crazy cunt that wanted to start World War III and actually made several racial statements herself, but that's nothing because she's a Democrat, right? And not a Republican? Because the Republicans, despite what they fucking are, and how they have their own issues, fucking Christ, the Democratic Party is also not innocent. But in this decision, people have been forced to their hand as they were tired of the fucking corruption in this country. I had my trust in Obama the first time, and when he was in, he wasn't doing a lot of good things. And people are also freaking out about his ban on Muslims. Trump banned Muslims for 90 days as compared to Obama, who actually had it twice longer than that. But people didn't say shit about it back then. They chose to complain, only to complain about it if Trump was involved. So when Obama does it, no issue, right? No problem. Everything's all good. But when Trump does it, and because he's a Republican, he has blonde hair and he's white, that's racism. Yeah. I've also had someone who's clearly a fucking idiot try to tell me that Obama only bombed the countries, or only bombed Syria because Congress was forcing him to. So I guess with that fucking logic, dude, I guess we can also try to argue that Trump was being forced by Congress to build the border between the border wall between Mexico and the US, and he was being forced by Congress to ban Muslims. That's your fucking argument, you liberal cunt. It took a bit of a while until I saw a video that thoroughly observed the situation that Now This was intentionally spreading bullshit to try and power their own party from their own pile of lies, which has already been proven over and over again. But people choose to deny the reality and the truth of what it actually is. They continue to be blue-pilled, so to say, instead of being read and seeing for what it actually is, thinking these problems exist when they really don't. Thing is, though, the more they complain about these issues, the more they're actually going to make it an issue, rather than when it never really existed in the first place. Comedy is comedy, no matter how you take it, nor how offended you are from it, because as soon as you start whining and complaining about a simple joke, especially when the person didn't mean it in a serious manner, guess what? You have become the joke. You choose to throw away your tolerance for intolerancy, for making the decision to be offended by anything, even if it's not remotely related to you and what you stand for. That's not a joke, even though it actually is, and the way he put it because I find it offensive. I'm a victim. Let's go antagonize that user because I didn't like the joke they said. I'm the self-entitled, overly dramatic retard. Do you know what they also call me? They call me the social justice warrior. I'm for political correctness. You can't say anything because someone might be offended. Fuck you people. You ruin everything. And there's no doubt about it either. It's been proven time and time again. You complain about these bad things in life, and you actually make things worse in the process rather than actually fixing shit, as you should. Because if you actually solve issues and complain about actual problems, such as women's rights in the Middle East, you will be praised and defended. People will support you. But you choose to go backwards about it instead! You social justice warriors and political correctness people, advocates, only further build yourself up to be an even bigger joke than before, as you bring in more people as a laughing stock against you folk that take anything, even the smallest detail, out of what it actually is and what they mean. I mean, for fuck's sake, you people actually tried to say that a dove emoticon and milk represents the alt-right, which also somehow equals to white supremacy and racism, which doesn't exist, by the way, and it hasn't been for a very long time. Because if it has, and still has been, I wouldn't even be fucking living here, because I'm not even white. Holy fucking shit. I do actually wonder if I am dreaming or not, to actually witness these kinds of fucking idiots that feel self-entitled and try to do what they can to have a pity party on their side because, gah, that's offensive! Please die sooner, and I mean that unironically. Please don't hesitate to mutilate your own genitalia, so stupid morons like yourselves will sooner cease to exist. God, it'd be terrifying if they try to breed, with them being a unique gender and all. Oh, I have both a dick and balls, even though that's biologically not possible at all. Because in the end, if you were to keep that promise, and the whole lot of you were to do so, the world would actually be in a much happier place, believe it or not. It's the simple fact. And these people are going to continue to deny it. And there's no doubting that either. Because these people are always going to be in denial of the reality that they're actually living in. They choose to complain about problems that has long been overcome and solved before. They think these things in the past still exist, when they really don't.